We just got this piece in the mail from Resilk or Lace, and through shipping it got pretty tangled and frizzy. So to capture it at its best, we're going to do the curly girl method on it. Hold up. Let's take a minute to discuss the importance of the curly girl method as well as curly haired products. Now before we begin, I'd like to take a moment to recognize that the curly girl method and all of the products that are going to be discussed in this video today would not be possible without the pioneering and education of Black women. Tip number 1, do not overclean your hair. When shampooing, you don't need to use a lot, just enough to get the product buildup out of your hair. Later on, we'll discuss the importance of what kind of shampoo you use and what's in it. Tip number 2, conditioner is your best friend. I know I mentioned that you don't need a lot of shampoo, but conditioner is where you can indulge. Conditioner makes sure that your hair is restored, creates an anti-frizz barrier, and gives it the hydration that it needs. Tip number 3, apply your aftercare products while your hair is extremely damp and don't use a towel. If you're so inclined to dry your hair at least a little bit before you put in products, I would recommend using either a microfiber towel or a 100% cotton t-shirt, just to help with, again, breakage, damage, anti-frizz. However, don't dry your hair too much because applying products while wet will combat the anti-frizz before it sets in. Tip number 4, do not brush your hair and do not use a blow dryer. Now realistically, you can brush and blow dry your hair, just not in the same way that a person with straight hair can. If you're going to brush your hair, I recommend only brushing it when it's wet and when you have some type of conditioner in it, whether that be in the shower with your regular washout conditioner or with leave-in conditioner. And if you're going to brush it, I recommend using something like this. It is a wide tooth comb with bristles that are far enough apart that they won't create breakage with your curls and set you up for success when styling them. Now, if you are going to blow dry your hair, I recommend using an attachment called a diffuser. This is what a diffuser is. It just attaches right onto your regular hairdryer right here. At least this does. Some come with them. But it has, as you can see, it has prongs on the inside and this kind of cone-like shape, and this will put your curls inside of it and make sure that they're drying in their normal natural curl pattern to get the least amount of frizz that you can while maintaining that curl pattern. However, if you're going to use this, I would recommend only drying your hair to about 80 to 85% dry. That way you can get the least amount of frizz that you would get from blow drying. Now, let's get into the products we're going to be using on our wig today and why we're going to be using them. Some things the curly girl method avoids are shampoo with harmful ingredients, combs and brushes, non-water soluble silicones, heat and styling tools, fragrances, and alcohol. First up, we have the Shea Moisture Curl and Shine Shampoo and Conditioner. When buying a shampoo and conditioner for your curly hair, it's so important to find something that has no sulfates or no parabens. Now, what exactly does that mean? Sulfates are the cleansing agents in shampoo that create that thick and foaming lather that you get with all the bubbles. Just because there are bubbles and a lather does not mean that it's working any better than ones without. Sulfates strip and dehydrate your hair, and as we've discussed before, hydration is so important for your curls, so you're not going to want something that strips it from it. Now, parabens are a preservative. They're put in our products to increase the shelf life. However, that doesn't necessarily mean that they're great for us. There is no complete set in stone answer if parabens are great and safe for long-term use. However, through some research and studies, it has been found that parabens mimic estrogen. Along with that, they have been found in some breast cancer tissue screenings. There is no direct link between parabens and breast cancer, but the parabens have been known to be able to break through our skin barriers. And along with that, they just promote dryness and irritation as well. With that being said, beauty companies have decided to leave out parabens in the long run just to be safe. Now, back to the shampoo and conditioner. So you don't necessarily have to get curly girl marketed or curly hair marketed products to wash and style your curly hair, but it's very important to get products that don't have sulfates or parabens and have added moisture components. Getting products that are marketed for curly hair will just ensure that there are no parabens and sulfates and that those moisture products are already added in, and it will just take away the step of you having to read the product labels. Next up, we have the Kinky Curly Original Curling Custard. Try saying that 5 times fast. Water-soluble gels are the best kind of gels to use on your hair to make sure you don't get that crunchy feel. However, I will say, I use this product, and if you use it wrong or overuse it, it will create a crunch. So you just have to work with your hair and see what best works for it. This product is very concentrated, so a little bit goes a long way, something that I had to learn when first using it. It brings out the natural curl pattern of your hair and has an advanced biobotanical formula. Now, if your hair is not wet enough, it can dry sticky, and if you don't apply an even layer around your entire hair, it can create some frizz. Now, that just means that you have to play around with it a little bit with your wig or your hair and see what works best. Next up, we have leave-in conditioner. Now, leave-in conditioner and regular conditioner that you rinse out are not formulated the same way. Leave-in conditioner is formulated to be lighter and not create buildup on your hair as it would if you left in a regular conditioner. Leave-in conditioner aids in detangling, anti-frizz, heat protected, as well as, what? You guessed it, hydration. Now, leave-in conditioners come in all different kinds of forms. Sprays, like this one is, creams, oils, you name it. If you have thin hair, something like a spray, as this one might be better, and if you have thick hair, something like a cream would work best. We chose this spray for the wig we're going to be styling today because we don't want to weigh down the hair since it's not actually attached to a scalp. Alright, so now after all of that information dump, let's finally get to restoring and styling our wig. First up, shampoo and conditioner. We're going to wash our wig in a bowl of water, adding the small amount of shampoo to the bowl to make it less harsh on the wig. When washing, holding on to the part with your thumb will make sure that it doesn't get too tangled or out of line. Here I'm just taking some time to focus on the lace part of the wig just to get off any of that extra product. Now we rinse off the hair, dump the bowl, and add in our conditioner. When working with your conditioner, make sure to focus on the ends of the hair. This is the part that needs the most hydration. Then rinse, and now it's time to move on to our leave-in conditioner. We've laid our hair on a microfiber towel and we're going to spray on our leave-in conditioner, making sure to get an even layer over the piece. Now that the leave-in conditioner is in, this is the time you can rake your fingers through the hair to get out any knots or tangles. Next up, styling gel. Start by getting just a small amount and spreading it evenly over your palms. You can always build up more as you go if you desire. Now for my favorite part. Pick up your hair and start scrunching your curls in an upwards direction. Now we're going to set it up to air dry. The next day, after letting it air dry, I took a little bit of hair oil and spread it evenly and gently over the hair to get rid of any crunch from the styling gel. I want to note that the hair on top is less curly than the hair on bottom. This is probably due to the fact that this is a permed piece, and over time it's going to lose some of its curl. And there we have it! Check out this before and after. Can you even believe that this is the same piece?